We're back with another video. Before we get into the video, like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. So, fan asked Cardi, or says, she didn't really ask, but says, Cardi B spent all this time letting y'all think Off the Cheat was spoiling her because there's an old video of Cardi B opening up a Hermes box. You know, she received a Birkin. I think this was for Valentine's Day, but a lot of people are saying that she spent her own money on the purse, and it wasn't Off the Cheat because, as we know, he's pissed broke. He got a bunch of gambling debts. Now, she responded and said, never. I never the type to do lame shit like that. There was no money problems when I was regulating. Okay, so she's basically saying that this is what the fans are speculating, that she's saying when she was handling the finances, there weren't any issues. I guess when she stopped handling the finances, there were money issues. Let me know how y'all feel about that. I don't know if I fully believe it. I think that Off the Cheat had money issues while he was with Cardi B. Whether she wants to pretend like, that didn't happen or not, that's up to her. But I think that that's one of the reasons why she got the courage to leave. Because while y'all was married, he wasn't paying his taxes. So that lets me know there were some financial issues in the marriage. And that's one of the reasons why she was like, you know what, F it, I might as well leave because I'm richer than this man anyway. I can do battle by myself. But if he was balling and there was no gambling, no tax issues, I think that she still would have put up with a lot of things that he was doing. Okay. Because the only difference between Stefan Diddy and Off the Cheat is that Stefan Diddy is that his finances are probably better. Now, yes, unfortunately, he did get dropped from the Patriots, but he still signed a really good contract with the Patriots, and athletes make way more money than rappers. That's a given. Unless you, Kendrick Lamar and Drake and, Nicki, a lot of these athletes are making way more money than these rappers and a lot of these artists. They be signing $100 million contracts, $50 million contracts, get $50 million brand deals. So I'm sure Stefan Diddy is good even with the 5 children that he has and all the child support he might have to pay. Now, Off the Cheat did send a warning to Tasha K because Tasha K posted a video of Off the Cheat in the casino, but allegedly it wasn't recent, even though she said it was. And he responded and said, old video, stop for the letter come next. Okay, which the letter he's referring to is a cease and desist. Okay, so, that's what you get before you sue someone. That's what they send out. And then if you don't follow the cease and desist, if you don't stop after that, is a lawsuit. So Cardi B already has reported Tasha K saying that she is violating the NDA that she has signed per their agreement, that she cannot talk about anybody that, Cardi B is in a relationship with or have past relationships with. I guess that's in their NDA agreement. So she already reported Tasha K. So now Off the Cheat is on Tasha K's neck. Let me know how y'all feel about that. Now, moving on to Sexyy Red. Sexyy Red is getting called out because she responded to a fan that says Sexy featuring Megan Thee Stallion. She liked a post of a fan saying no. And so a lot of the hotties have been dragging Sexyy Red by her coochie hairs. A Megan Thee Stallion fan said, wasn't you the same B were begging for features, SLUT? B where you are a walking mother effing read. And they pulled up a post of Sexyy Red saying that she was manifesting a Megan Thee Stallion collaboration a few years back. Another fan said, Megan never wanted to collab with your non-rapping ass anyway. Now I'm on your ass, flop ass. Can't find the billboard to save your life. Okay, well, neither can Megan Thee Stallion. When's the last hit Megan Thee Stallion had? Wow. But, she do chart, on the 90s, in the 90s, 80s area, on the bubbling under. So, the thotties are onto something. She do chart under, bubbling under 80s, 90s, if it's a collaboration, 50s. But, yeah, that's interesting. Now, somebody needs to send Zara Larsson back to the Kaya Asylum because she's doing way too much still. So she's under TikTok, in the comment section, trying to save herself after getting dragged by the Beehive for insinuating that Beyonce copied A. Marie, or she was in A. Marie's nachos, as she said in the interview that we already discussed yesterday. So she responded to a fan and she said, "Tell me Sugar Mama and One Thing does have the same vibe at least. It's the same producer. Hello. B-Day literally is my favorite album ever." Now, Zara, please stop talking. First of all, One Thing does not sound like Sugar Mama. Now, I do agree with, Beyonce being in A. Marie's nachos, okay? But that's been the case for years. People already talked about it. What I don't agree with, and like I said before, I don't think Zara Larsson needs to say every thought that comes out of her mouth. She has to realize she is a celebrity. And this is going to backfire on her. And I don't want to hear in the next 3 or 4 years, what happened to Zara Larsson? What happened to her career? Her mouth happened. That's what we're going to say. I don't want to hear, oh, what happened to Zara Larsson's career? Did she get, I don't want to hear, don't ask me about Zara Larsson in the next year or two when she get blackballed. Okay? Because her mouth is going to get her in trouble. A lot of the things that she's saying is not necessary. She could have just, when she listened to A. Marie, she could have said, oh, this is my favorite song. This is a classic. That's all she had to say. Why are you bringing up Beyonce? You don't need to bring her up. It's unnecessary. Even with, the Charts as racist, she doesn't have to mention Taylor. She don't have to talk about, how Taylor finishes the charts. You don't have to talk about that. It's unnecessary. You didn't have to drag Chris Brown. Okay? Yes, I know you like Beyonce and you're a feminist, but you didn't have to drag Chris Brown. Okay? You're unnecessarily going after celebrities for no reason while you're being a celebrity, and the people you're going after, you're not more successful than. It doesn't make sense. You're finna ruin your career. All 3 people that you have dragged in the last few weeks or throw shade at, you are not more successful than them. They are 10 times more successful than you and have way more connections, except for Chris Brown. Chris Brown don't have connections to blackball you, but Beyonce and Taylor do. And so I feel like she's just ruining her career. Because do you think Beyonce wants to work with somebody that's saying, oh, she was in A. Marie's nachos? Like, come on now. It's just really not that hard to be quiet. And the thing is, she's just saying things that she sees on social media. And I understand I think she's heavily involved in stan culture. I think she has a secret account and she's probably a Beyonce stan on Twitter. I literally believe that. Okay? Just like Normani was, handling her own fan account. I think Zara Larsson handles her own fan account and she has a Beyonce fan account. Okay? So, in my opinion, that's why I think she says the things she says, because I think she's really a stan on X. But the point of the matter is, she's a celebrity. She can't move like that. You can't move like a stan, and you definitely can't say whatever you want about celebrities while being a celebrity. It's going to backfire on you. Keep your mouth closed. Now, unfortunately, Scratch Off is getting body shamed. As we know, she was at the Mariah the Scientist concert. She performed for a little bit. Everybody knows that they have a cool relationship, or, they're very close. And I guess people were saying that she looked like, an animal, oink, oink. And I feel like, in my opinion, we should not body shame pregnant women. Okay, no matter if, they do look like a certain animal or not. I really don't think any celebrity really should outright get body shamed unless they do the body shaming. okay? Or if they get hella surgery but want to call people roaches and monkeys. That's the only time. But other than that, I don't think celebrities should get body shamed. I think it's wrong, especially when they are pregnant. This is a vulnerable time for scratch off. So I feel like, to me, she looks 8-9 months pregnant. Like, I don't know what people were expecting. Now, the outfit was terrible. You know, Mariah, you did a terrible job with the outfit. Yes, I'm blaming you. Okay, because I think Mariah told her that she could wear that outfit, and the outfit didn't look good. But her body is fine because she's 9 months pregnant. So people got to give grace. Now, moving on to Justin. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to give Justin Donkey of the Day. Not lashings, but Donkey of the Day, because Justin decided to give one of the worst Coachella performances I've ever seen. And it was live streamed, so everybody could see it. And he got paid $10 million. That's more than what Beyonce and Ariana got paid. Okay, they only got paid 8, but Beyonce did that strategically so she can do the documentary Homecoming on Netflix. So that was a strategic move. But the point of the matter is, he was up there playing YouTube videos like it was karaoke night, and he didn't even have a proper set list. And then he was asking the live stream, to give him songs to perform. Like, why didn't you come up with a set list, and you're supposed to be an artist? Like, all artists are supposed to have a set list when they perform. Okay? And, you know, his slow fans, because clearly they're not that bright, are saying, oh, well, he can't perform old music because he sold his catalog. Whose fault is that he was having financial problems? His. Okay? Nobody told him to sell his catalog. He did that on his own. I don't understand what that got to do with the fan. Like, he had financial problems. He was in debt. He sold his catalog. Whoop-de-doo. That was a terrible excuse. Okay? It was so bad that fans end up starting to leave while he was performing. And then he was performing covers. I'm like, Justin's a little bit too well established in the game and got too many albums to be performing cover. He's singing With You by Chris Brown. What? Like, come on now. He played in Coachella's face. Coachella need to get their money back. They need to sue his ass. If anybody from Coachella is listening, you need to sue Justin. He played in your face. Had up there with YouTube videos. And, you know, I'm be honest with you, he wasn't even singing all the way through. He was letting the crowd sing. Like, he just lazy. He's a lazy performer. He was lazy at the Grammys with his shirt off, looking a mess. Okay, didn't even come up there with a 6-pack or nothing. What have you been doing? Eating bonbons? And then on top of that is like, you had all the time in the world to put on a good show. You weren't on tour. We know you too lazy to tour. Okay? You wasn't doing nothing. You're lazy. The only good thing about his performance was that he brought out Thames and Wizkid. That was it. I mean, that was the only good thing. Other than that, it was a lazy performance. I don't care that he doesn't want to perform old music because he doesn't own his catalog. Whoop-de-doo. That's his problem. Okay? A lot of people sell their catalogs and still perform older music. He is not special. He's lazy. He's unorganized. And he needs to retire. That's what needs to happen. Okay? It's like ever since he got with Haley, it's been downhill. No shade. It's like he don't want to perform. He don't want to do this. He don't want to put on a proper performance. Get out the music industry. Become an influencer and call it the day. Stop it with the nonsense. I don't have no sympathy for Justin because why are you still here? That was ridiculous. For a $10 million performance he did not deserve. That was a $5 to $3 million performance. Sabrina did a better job, in my opinion. Okay, and she only got paid $5. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. He needs to be stopped. I'm sorry. I don't care how the Beliebers feel. Y'all are delusional. Swag wasn't even that great of an album for him to be acting like that. Now, speaking of Sabrina, she was receiving some backlash for saying that she doesn't like Arabic chair during her performance, and she apologized. She said, My apologies. I didn't see this person with my eyes and couldn't hear clearly. My reaction was pure confusion, sarcasm, and not ill-intended. Could have handled it better. Now that I know what a zagaruta is, I welcome all cheers and yodels from here on out. Okay, so let me know how y'all feel about that. I got some very hot tea on Patreon. Link will be in the description, and I hope you guys have a great day.